Yo, Descendants, Augiesaint here, and welcome to the channel. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I want to talk to you guys about weapon core system in this video, how to unlock it, how to farm the parts, and most importantly, what actually works and affects the certain things. I have especially been getting a lot of questions about unique weapons, you know, like Zenith on Haley, as well as Massacre on Clay and Lepix cannon and everything. The long and the short answer is the weapon cores do not affect that at all, so no, you can't take a perforate and put like max magazine size on it and then get like 20 shots on the Zenith. Same thing with Lepic. You can't like max out the fire rate and get like a crazy amount of fire rate shots out. So unfortunately, the weapon core system does not affect unique weapons. Well, actually, fortunately, I think because Vaj made a video pretty recently showing the exact like number and stuff. And if it did work, Lepic could actually get up to 96 shots on his arm cannon. Could you imagine a world where Lepic could shoot out 96 shots of his... He would literally just one phase any boss with 4 people, 100 people, doesn't matter. So in that sense, it's actually good that it doesn't work that way. Otherwise, it would ultimately just break the game. But without further ado, let's just hop straight into the system. You can interact with the system by interacting with Descendant. He has been upgraded from most useless NPC to pretty useful NPC now. Descendant over there. There'll be a little unlock quest, but it should all be marked on your HUD. It'll be shining like my mailbox is shining right now. It'll just be blue, and it's by the little Descendant robot. You go to him and you talk to him, and he'll give you your first weapon core for free. You come over here and you go equip core, and then choose wisely because these are pretty expensive. I initially put it on my Enduring Legacy, and then what I could suggest is if you like to mob a lot, putting it on the Thunder Cage as your first free one, or the Enduring Legacy is what I use for bossing. So either or, as you can see, we have quite a few cores now. We're going to go get a few more today. And how you get these cores, if you go ahead and click there, you can see there it is a core binder. You need 2000 void abyssal metal fragments. The easiest way to actually go ahead and farm these would be by doing the new void abyssal blast defiler. It drops between 50 to 70 per run, so he is by far the fastest way, and a run can take you anywhere from 30 seconds to 2 minutes depending on your build and your character of choice. If you guys would like me to make a video like showcasing a bunch of different builds that you can all use to go and farm in pretty efficiently, I think I'm going to be working on that next. So that would be the fastest way to get them. However, you can get them from the 400% infiltrations as well. I believe you only get about 20 per run. So it is way less than actually doing the Void Abyss, since the fastest 400% you probably run is about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. And then you only get 20, where you can take the same time on the Void Abyss. 2.5 minutes is pretty easily achievable with quite a few Descendants, especially in Australia right now. And yeah, it's just going to net you way more if you actually go ahead and do the Void Abyss. So that's how you farm up the Void Abyss fragments to get the core binder. Once you have one of those, you come here, you unlock it, and then you get all these different slots and you augment. Each weapon actually has different slots. You can play around with like weird different builds and things. As you can see there, all the weapons have like different amounts of slots. This one, for example, has a bunch of firearm attack, although this is a pretty bad weapon. So maybe actually after juicing all the firearm attack, it does work. Because when you fully max this out, it's going to be basically an extra rifle reinforcements mod. So it's quite a lot. So it's quite a lot of firearm attack that you are getting. And then just let me show you guys on my Thunder Cage. A few little things to know with the system is like sprint speed, for example. If you want to cap out sprint speed on Bunny, you only need 1 sprint speed roll. The 12%, I think you only need 10%. So you kind of overcap. And the problem is because sprint speed actually caps out at 1300. So 1300 your sprint speed will cap out. And you can easily look at your sprint speed by just coming in here and then go to info. You can see over here sprint speed, we're at 896 right now. This is with the 12% on our Haley. But if you're on Bunny and you use your speed of light, the thing that makes you run faster, you'll actually get 50% increased sprint speed. So that's why you only need 1 roll on the weapon to actually then go ahead and cap you out on the 1300 of the sprint speed. So just something to keep in mind. I originally tried and I put sprint speed on like all the different slots I could. I was using the Secret Garden because you can roll sprint speed on all 3 of these slots. I put sprint speed in everywhere, and it was actually just a wasted stat. So if you're going to use it for that, in that case, just put 1 sprint speed roll on it for Bunny, and then put grappling hook decrease on the other ones. That's pretty much the best thing you can roll on the grappling hook decrease anyway. These are the stats you can roll for: recoil, hip, weapon change speed, sprint speed, grapple, and aim shot accuracy. So I'm pretty much just ever using my Secret Garden as a stat stick for Bunny and Freyna and for Innes. Although my Bunny I could actually switch around. The only reason I'm using for Bunny is because it matches the reactor. So what I could do is I could switch these all to maximize sprint speed so that my other characters could get faster sprint speed. You can, it's really noticeable, you go quite a lot faster. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that. And then another thing to keep in mind is the bonus firearm attack versus Order of the Truth. Or for example, let me show you on my shotgun, the Executor. You can see there we have massive juicy bonus Colossus, but these only work if you actually have that roll on the weapon. You can see there on the weapon's actual roll we have bonus firearm attack versus Colossus 3016. Now these things, how they work is they buff whatever's on the weapon. So if you don't have any Colossus on the weapon, these are pretty much going to be doing absolutely nothing. So make sure that you do know about that. And then with the rounds per magazine, I'm not sure if it was doing the same thing, but we had some weird shenanigans while testing it yesterday. We had rounds per magazine over here and we didn't have it on the Thunder Cage, and I don't think it was working, but I could be incorrect on that one. I just don't have enough materials to re-roll and try again. So if you guys want to try that one on, let me know down below in the comments. But so far with the testing, the Colossus damage and the faction damage and as well the elemental damage and all that, you do need to have the roll on the weapon for you to actually go ahead and boost it. So these would not work unless you have it on the weapon itself. So just letting you guys know that as well is something to look out for. If you do have the Colossus damage or you're going for like a Colossus killing weapon, make sure you have Colossus on the weapon itself. Otherwise it won't actually work as well with the elements. So you can see here, you can roll all these different things over there. It's electrical attack, chill attack. And then how these slots actually work is you see this like multicolored slot. This one you can slot anything, any of these things. Oh, and the cores themselves, these are all just from Void Erosion. So just by doing a lot of Void Erosion, you'll actually unlock all of these. And then the 7s are pretty rare, but they give you a higher roll range. You can see they're 190 to 290. Go down to the 6, it's 130 to 220. So it's quite a different roll range between like the highest or the lowest of the 7 is even almost higher than the highest of the 6. As you can see, that's really close. So that's why you should totally go for the 7s. And also don't focus too hard on the system because we will be getting more cores later on. So don't go too crazy because you will need quite a bit of these as well. The first time you equip a core, it's free. It only consumes whatever core you put in. And then afterwards, if you want to re-equip another core to try your luck at a better roll, you will need these core particle disruptors. These you can craft. And yet again, they do consume the void abyss fragments. So watch out for that. If you do actually try and re-roll everything to min-max it, I wouldn't go too crazy on min-maxing anything right now because of the bigger ones coming later. Although it's not super expensive, you are farming the Void guy pretty consistently. As you see, our Thunder Cage one is pretty good. We have pretty decent ones on everything, and we got those fairly... We didn't sit there and like re-roll all day. Although the Thunder Cage was giving us problems with the rounds per magazine. I think that took like 20 re-rolls, so that was quite a pain in the butt. But other than that, everything else was pretty good as well. And unfortunately, the fire rate and that doesn't work on Clay like I told you guys at the start. Otherwise, the Python would go crazy. But with that bonus fire rate, this thing does actually shoot incredibly fast. You can actually go over fire rate cap. I think I saw something on Reddit. People had it on the Excava because the Excava actually has these like free augment ones. So you can put fire rate in both of those. And then it actually has fire rate over here. So you could literally put 4 fire rates on the Excava and it ends up shooting so fast that the bullets actually just stop connecting. Because I don't think the game can keep up with it, kind of a thing. So maybe watch out for that if you're trying to build like something crazy. Fire rate doesn't have a cap right now, but it seems like you can overcap. So like the bullets won't actually, it just kind of bugs out. It just starts going so fast that the game just can't compute what the hell's going on. So watch out for that. But other than that, that's pretty much all there is to know about it. It's a really simple system to understand. You do get the first one for free. It does look pretty expensive because I mean 2,000 to actually make one of these cores is quite a bit if you are doing the 400%. But like I said, go ahead and do the Void Abyss. He's pretty easy. I'm going to make a video for you guys covering a bunch of builds you can easily use on him. The best one to go right now is actually just use Innis. The Innis bossing build is extremely safe, but Volby can do it as well. Sharon can do it. Bunny can do it even more safe. You can just fly around like Bunny all the time. So yeah, there's quite a few options to actually go ahead and farm these a lot faster than doing the 400%. But that's going to be it for the video. If I missed anything, if you guys have any more question about the weapon cores, ask them down below in the comments, as well as come join the streams over at twitch.tv/Augiesaint. I will be live right after this video, as well as here on YouTube. So thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please drop a sub and a like to the channel. It helps me out so much. And I'll catch you beautiful people in the next one. Augiesaint now.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind.